Hello, it is Megan the trainer, registered dietitian, and I am here to kind of set the wrongs from my previous video. So those of you who maybe have seen it kind of know that it was a parody on how to lose belly fat. So the secrets that I shared in there, it's more so along the lines of being mindful and being wary of some of the things that you might see on social media about targeting belly fat. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And I know there were a lot of you that were like, this doesn't sound about right, but I'll see what Megan has to say. And then at the end you're like,
you got me. Oh, you really fooled me, Shiv. Doi.
So I'm here to actually give you the practical tips and the things that you can do to help, again, promote that belly fat loss. Here's the thing before I get into that. It didn't happen overnight that you put it on, so it's not going to happen overnight in taking it off. So you need to be a little patient with yourself and kind of patient with the process as well. So here are a couple of things to be mindful of. Number one, you need to make sure that you're eating enough. You need to make sure that you're fueling your body with enough that it needs. And so now sometimes people are like, oh, well, Megan, calories in, calories out, right? Eat less, move more. That's how, I'm going to lose weight. Kind of, but not really. That's kind of old school mentality. So we want to make sure that you are being fueled enough. So that way, kind of like when our phones go into low power mode, when there's not enough battery left over, our body's going to do the same thing. So we need to make sure that you're being fueled appropriately to stay out of that low power mode. If we're dipping below that, your body is not going to be in a state where it's going to want to let go of any extra storage. And the other thing to consider too is that the quality of those calories is also going to be important. So are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough fiber in? So it's one thing to count your calories, but it's also another thing to get some quality calories coming in too. So that's going to be step number one. Step number two is going to be about activity. So obviously I work at a gym, so I'm going to promote coming into a gym and strength training. And that definitely can help. But here's my question to you. What do you do outside of coming into the gym? Are you active during the week? It's one thing to come in and to have a workout, but if you only come in once or twice a week, there's plenty of other opportunities throughout the week where you can still be moving your body. Does this mean that you have to do a crazy, wicked, intense, half marathon every single day? Absolutely not. We just need you to do some kind of intentional movement every day. That's going to help you as well. Some other things that are non-food related or non-activity related is managing your stress. If your body is stressed, it is not going to be in a place where, again, it's going to want to let go of storage. It has other pressing matters. And the other thing too is that there's a whole kind of hormonal cascade that can happen as well when our body is under stress. In acute settings, these things are actually very helpful, but when it happens all day, every day, all week, all month, that's when it's going to get a little kind of tricky. So make sure that you have either ways to kind of reduce the amount of stress, or you have some coping mechanisms and some ways that you can manage your stress coming into. Something else that people do not always think about is sleep. The quality and the quantity of your sleep is also going to be really important, especially if we want to lose a little bit of that belly fat. So there's no one way to do it. So if somebody says this is the only way to lose belly fat, this is the only way to target it, it might work for some people, but there's not one way to do it. It can work in a couple of different options. So if you feel stuck, please let me know. I would be happy to help you and to kind of bounce off some ideas and look at some areas of opportunity that might be more supportive of that for you, if that's a goal that you have. Now that you know better, let's go ahead and do better so we can all be better.